Welcome to the InShape Fitness Show. I'm Kim Watkins and I'll be your trainer. This is the Little Black Dress Workout, designed to help get your body ready for cocktail party season. Let's get started with a 30-second warm-up jog. Go ahead and get yourself standing up, get your shoulders back, tuck in your tailbone, engage your abdominals, and just start jogging in place. For 30 seconds, we're going to add a shoulder press. Go ahead, if you are actively jogging, go ahead and add that shoulder press. Press your hands all the way up, stretching up to your ceiling or the sky if you're outside, which would be fantastic. A couple more seconds. Pull back down. Make sure that you keep your back straight. Make sure you're breathing, just getting the body warmed up here, getting some blood flowing, and lubricating your joints, just getting the body ready for this total body session. The holidays are a mere 8 weeks away. Can you believe it? Just enough time, though, for you to see results and to fit into that great little black dress that you've bought for all the great holiday parties you're going to be going to this year. Okay, now get the knees up for 30 seconds. High knee jog. Get those knees up. Really activate the glutes. Going to work the butt a little bit. We're going to be working the abs. Fairly high impact and cardio endurance kind of workout here we're going to be doing today. So really want to make sure that you are ready to go. You don't have to pump those arms up for the shoulder press. And in the last couple of seconds here, just keep it going. Keep breathing. Keep the knees up. 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now keep it going, though, into a jumping jack. Everybody knows what a jumping jack is. Big wide circles up above your head. Your hands meet up at the top, jumping out double shoulder width apart, landing lightly on the balls of your feet. You've got 20 more seconds for jacks. Then we'll slow it down a little bit, and then we'll be down on the floor for a bit. So keep your jacks going. Make sure that they're strong. If you're really conditioned, make them power jacks. Double time the jacks for the last 10 seconds. If you're not conditioned super well and you really want to take it down to more of like a half jack, that's fine. Don't reach quite up so high. You've got 5 seconds. You're doing great. This is a really important time to stay active, and it's also one of the times of the year when it's hard to stay active because it's getting colder. It's dark in the mornings. You don't want to get out of bed, and it's dark earlier in the day, in the afternoon. And you don't really want to go to the gym or do an exercise routine after work. So, you got to make it happen here. Okay, so walk it out. Now stretch your arms out from your shoulders and make little circles for 30 seconds. Just continuing that warm up a little bit of the upper body because we're getting ready to go down onto the floor. As you can imagine, we'll probably be doing some things you don't want to hear, like the word push and the word up together, and that is on the docket for the day. So reverse the circles. Really want to make sure that the shoulders are prepared for the floor work that we're going to be doing in just a second here. About 5 more seconds of arm circles. Make them as big as you possibly can, opening up the back, opening up your chest muscles, and good. Okay, take a deep breath. The next move is a mountain climber for 30 seconds. Now, if you don't know what mountain climbers are, you're in push-up position, basically. Your hands are right underneath your shoulders. You're resting on your toes in push-up position, and then you're going to alternate, bringing your knees in underneath your body, hopping, sort of jumping along with your feet, alternating, the right foot, then the left foot. And you can take it down to a sort of a hiking-like level if you're just walking your feet, or if you have to do that, or you can do the jumping part. So let's start 30 seconds now. Hopefully you've already gotten yourself down onto the floor and you're ready to go. So let's do it. All right, mountain climbers are fantastic because they work your abs. You're in a plank. They work your legs. They keep your heart rate up. You're supporting your body weight up on your hands. So you're working your shoulders, your chest muscles, working the butt, working the back. It's just a fantastic move. So we do lots of them at InShape Fitness. I can tell you that firsthand, or some of my clients could tell you that firsthand. I've done mountain climbers with several people today already. All right. That was 30 seconds. See, and it goes by so fast. Now lower your body down onto your knees. If you haven't already, let's do a little back stretch called a cat camel. So keep your hands underneath your shoulders. Your knees are directly underneath your hips. Now drop your head like a bowling ball and round up your spine like a scared cat, trying to get your spine as high as possible, as high up up towards your ceiling or up towards the clouds as possible. Now exhale deeply and lift your head and your chest, squeezing your back. Really contracting all of those lower back muscles. And then exhale again, drop your head like a bowling ball, round up your spine. That's the scared cat. And one more big exhale into the camel with the contraction of your spine, really squeezing and arching your back as significantly as you possibly can. All right, now we're going to go into a 30-second plank. This is going to be a plank on your forearms. Make sure that your elbows are directly underneath your shoulders. Go ahead and walk your feet back. 30 seconds starts now. With a plank, the cool thing that you want to do, and this really makes a difference, is if you are female, you want to do a Kegel, or do a series of Kegel exercises right now, and you're already 10 seconds in. Squeeze your butt cheeks, so clench your butt cheeks, and that really accentuates the isometric contraction of these core muscles that are working so hard in the plank. You've got 5 seconds left, and it goes so fast, right? 3, 2, 1, you're done. Excellent. Okay, push-ups are next. Yes, I know you're loving me right now. All right, push-ups are next. You're doing great. Make sure that you are vertically, you line up your hands and your shoulders. Now, your hands can be wider than your shoulders. In fact, they should be, because you want to use those chest muscles, especially if you have, a low-cut little black dress for your holiday parties. And you want to inhale as you lower your body, exhale as you push back up. Let's start 30 seconds. Go ahead and get going on your push-ups. It's 30 seconds, so take your time. No need to rush through these. In fact, when you start rushing through them, things happen like momentum and gravity that help you out, and therefore you're working a little less hard. You're halfway through. If you're on your knees, that's fine. Just make sure that you form a 45-degree angle between the thigh and the floor. And you're almost finished. Push-ups are obviously going to be working your shoulders. Again, you're still in a plank, so you're working your abs and working those back muscles, and you're done. Very good. Back down onto your knees. Now let's do a series of moves we call fire hydrant for the dog peeing on a fire hydrant. I really don't like the name of this exercise, but it's really good for the butt. So stabilize your weight on your right knee. Now lift your left knee laterally up and out as high as it'll go, but not forcing it so high that you end up lowering or lifting your hip, if you will, in the process. All right, 30 seconds is starting now. So let's move that left knee up and out as you exhale, lower it back down as you inhale. Really squeeze the left butt cheek as you're lifting up. Control the movement on the way back down. You're halfway finished with this side, then we'll switch to the other side. You're doing great. Fire hydrant, again, it works the butt muscle in the upper part of your leg, right? That upper part of your thigh that gets a little bit testy. And if you want to, or if you have a dress for cocktail parties that is somewhat tight, you want to make sure that you are sculpting the rear end in all of your workouts here this fall. Okay, switch sides. Now you're stable on your left knee and lifting the right knee up and out. We're going to go back to the mountain climbers, actually making them a little bit even harder next. So I hope you're ready for that. You're about halfway through with these fire hydrant moves on the right side. Keep it going. Remember, squeeze there up at the top, pause at the top. Really make that controlled change in direction purposeful. Where you squeeze up at the top, that's where the muscle is really changing. All right, now back to mountain climbers. So walk your feet back out. Only this time we're going to do something called mountain jumpers. So instead of alternating your feet left, right, you're going to jump both feet in underneath the body and then jump both feet back out for 30 seconds. Go ahead and get started. These are called mountain jumpers. And again, it's the same sort of concept where you're basically working the entire body, including pumping the heart like crazy. You're jumping both feet in, landing on the balls of your feet, up underneath the body into that frog squat, and then all the way back out to push-up position. You have 15 seconds left. Make sure that you breathe deeply. We're going to turn your bodies over in just a second and do some crunches in a minute. We'll finish with some squats at the very end after you have done a little bit of work on the abs, and then we'll do a tricep dip today as well. Okay. Good job. Good job. All right, now turn your body over and lay on your floor or the ground or your mat or whatever you're doing. Put your hands behind your head. Lift your feet up in the air, making a right angle at the knee joint. And as you exhale, lift your head, your shoulders, and the top of the rib cage. You can do this. Exhale and lift up. 30 seconds is going now. This is the bent knee crunch, and it's a fairly standard, simple crunch. We're going to make it a little more complicated in a minute. All right, keep that going. You've got another 10 seconds or so. Very good. You're doing great. Really, really focused on working the abs. Now that we've got your heart rate up, we've kept it up, we're doing the ab work. We're going to finish with a couple more aerobic moves at the very end, all the way around. A really fabulous segment of time that you will, if you do this regularly, again, for 8 weeks, you can see major results. You don't have to, discount the fact that the calendar is progressing so quickly. You have no idea, and next thing you know, it's going to be the holidays, so you give up, but you don't want to do that. You really want to focus here. Okay, now we're going to do a dead bug crunch, and that is, the top half is still doing the same thing. So you're going to lift up, curl your back up a little bit higher maybe, and now bring your knees to your elbows, and then return your feet all the way to the floor each time. All right, exhale, squeeze like a dead bug, might curl up, and then put your head back down on the floor, put your feet back down on the floor. All right, where are we on our time? 15 seconds left. You're doing great. Now listen, if you want a quick reference guide for this exercise routine so you can do the moves without stopping, since you know them after you've learned them a couple of times, go to our website, which is inshape-fitness.com. There is a quick reference guide on the left column, and it will always show the most recent workout that we're broadcasting through the podcast, so you can just print that out or paste it into a Word document or something. You can also email me if you need to get me to send you more fancy descriptions. I'm happy to do that. Okay, now let's do a sculling crunch. So sit all the way up. You're going to rest your body on your tailbone. Your hands are going to be on the floor, fingers facing forward. You're going to bring your knees in towards your chest, and then stretch your legs all the way out. Your feet are off the floor the entire time. All right, 30 seconds starts now on that sculling crunch. So aptly named for the way the body moves in a rowing situation, which is also really, really good for you. It's probably one machine in the gym that I can fully appreciate. I haven't been in a gym to exercise for myself in probably 5 years, but I do like the row machines. They're kind of cool. Really, really great sport. All right, keep it going. You've got a few more seconds. We're going to do a Russian twist. Get a little torso twist in for 30 seconds starting in 3, 2, 1. Awesome. So you're in the same exact position, only this time your feet are on the floor, your heels are resting on the floor, toes up. Twist to the right, twist to the left. Starting now. Go. Keep your back straight. You want to lean back so that you make a 45-degree angle with the floor. Your abs are engaged the entire time, and you're twisting. Start slowly at first. You really want to make sure that you've got the right rotation. Your shoulders should be moving with your body. Your head is moving, obviously, with your body. You touch the floor on both sides and start picking up the pace. You've got 15 seconds left. Almost finished. 3 moves after this Russian twist, and you will be ready for the rest of your day. You're doing a really great job. Okay. There we go. Very good. All right. One last move on the arms is a tabletop tricep dip, actually. So you're still basically in the same position. Make sure now that your full foot is on the floor, both feet, shoulder width apart, and lift your hips up into the tabletop. Okay, so now your hands and your shoulders are in line vertically, and your knees are bent at 90 degrees. Your table, if you will, is the torso and the thigh, right? Now, I'm going to start 30 seconds. You're going to bend your elbows so that your body lowers down towards the floor, and exhale, using your triceps, lift the body back up. Don't just let your hips drop, because then your shoulders will be doing all of the work, and you'll put a lot of pressure on your wrists. So 30 seconds is going. Bend the elbows, exhale, lift up. Very good, very good. Really important to work that tricep, especially when we're thinking about wearing a cocktail dress. You want to make sure that you are, you don't have that loosey-goosey skin on the back of your arms when you go to a party. Nobody feels good when that happens. All right, keep it going. You've got this. You've got a few more seconds, a couple more dips. I know these are hard. Your entire body weight is being supported right now by your shoulders and your triceps. Press your feet down into the floor. Make sure that your weight is equally distributed. You don't want to put a lot of pressure on your back by having everything, all of your weight on your arms, but really focus on that little tricep muscle. And 3 seconds. Awesome. Okay, take a couple of deep breaths, 2 more moves, and you will be